What's up, guys? This is Nick back with another episode of Virtual Tailgate. Today we're doing another weeknight meal. A lot of the times, many of us get stumped on what are we going to cook today. It depends on what we've got in the fridge, what we got in the pantry, what we feel like eating, what the kids feel like eating, what the wife feels like eating. All of these things come into play. Last night I put on Facebook, what's a Louisiana dish? You guys came through and then I made it. Gumbo etched out the competition. We had a three-way tie for third place. We had red beans, crawfish étouffée, and sauce piquante. You know how I love smoked meat. I'm going into the fridge and I grabbed me a pack of smoked sausage. I got the Tasso. So I'm riding down the store and I'm like, Nicole hates sausage, so I better not do the sausage and chicken gumbo. So what I did was we went with the seafood and I made a compromise. I kept that Tasso in there. Generally, I don't put meat inside of my seafood gumbo, but I decided I was going to put a little bit. It's one hunk, probably about a half a pound of Tasso, got from Jerry Lee's a couple of weeks ago. So put that in there, and we got some shrimp and we got some crab meat. You got your claw and your lump, and we got some gumbo crabs. We're going to make a stock. This is what I'm going to do today. Is I got some head and shell on shrimp, and we're going to peel those, throw them in a pot. Got a couple of gumbo crabs. We're gonna put those in a pot, and I'm gonna throw some onions, all of your scrap bell peppers, your celery, all the tops and bottoms. Throw that in the pot also. Get some water, and we're gonna get that going. Note that with stocks, especially a seafood stock, you don't need to cook it a very long time. All you're trying to do is extract those flavors out of the shell. You can overcook it and it'll actually start breaking down, and you'll see a separation of your solids and your water, and then it's not going to be as good. So you bring it up to a boil, go about 10 minutes, and then that's going to give you the best flavor that you could possibly get. Got a little bit of paw ball rice going on with that, and you know we got to have some French bread. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the stock going, then we're going to make the roux, then we're going to add the stock, all of this stuff, and get it going. While it's cooking, I'm going to go run to the store, get a fresh loaf of bread. Hopefully they just got some coming out of the oven. What I really want to start doing with these videos is getting all of the viewers involved more. I want to see what your favorite things are, what you ever have trouble with, what you would like to cook, you just don't know how. I guarantee you, if you want to do it, you can do it. Nothing is that difficult. Give me a shout. I'll show you how it's done and how easy it really can be. We're here for you guys. smell that? Can you smell what the pot is cooking? What? Man, I can smell that shrimp coming through. Baller status. All right, we're making our roux. What you're gonna do is use equal parts of flour and oil or butter. Now, I'll go ahead and measure out my flour first so that I can get all of the rest of the flour. It'll be a big mess if I go oil in my cup first. Try not to make a mess, but you know, not always successful in that endeavor. So with this one, I'm just using vegetable oil and the flour. It's an all-purpose flour, and I'm going a cup and a quarter and a cup and a quarter. We can always make it thinner. It's a whole lot easier to make it thinner than it is to make it thicker, so remember that. And I'm going off with high heat. And remember, there's more than just 2 ingredients here for a roux. And we're always said it takes about 2 to 3 beers to make a good roux. But I guess that depends on where you're at and how fast you're drinking them. So your main thing here, you get you a flat spoon like I got. That's giving you a better opportunity to cover all of the surface area. I'm using my black iron skillet. It does brown better, I find, and even the ceramic coated skillets. So you're gonna keep in mind there. And make sure you get your lumps out. If you don't get your lumps out now, you'll never get them out. And you want a very smooth and silky roux. And away we go. Tell in the video, but there were some specks in that roux. Now here's a trick. If you have specks in a roux, there's never a good reason for that. You either had some specks in your pan, some residue left over that you didn't clean good enough, or it burnt. Sometimes on these cast iron skillets, you'll have a black burnt spot and you can't see it. Well, you put that flour in, that oil in there, and then it's gonna stick, it's gonna show up. So that's one bad thing. Or you burn it, you're gonna see specks, you gotta throw it away. Well, guess what? I got this bag of flour, brand new bag, just opened it, and they had some kind of little bugs in there, some weevils or whatnot. You see them showing up, boom, start over. We did a seafood gumbo, and you saw how I went through it. We made the stock from scratch, threw those shrimp shells, put those gumbo crabs in the stock. I prefer to put the gumbo crabs in the stock as opposed to in the gumbo, and it's too messy inside the gumbo. All right, I got some filet on top, and then we're gonna put a little cristal. And generally, what I do is, it is so hot right now, that's what that French bread is for. We're gonna do a little soppy. While it cools off, man, I'm going in. Wow. I mean, you guys knew it was gonna be good, but there's hardly a gumbo that I don't love. This one is paired with a 2019 Michelob Ultra, and it works out marvelously. So I strongly suggest that's a good pairing there. And the light beer will enable you to eat more gumbo. Get on YouTube, subscribe, and hit the alert bell so you'll know when we put up a new video. Hey, remember guys, every day is game day. God bless. Let us know how you virtual tailgate. Peace.